What's really interesting when you look at what Jerome Powell is doing is that his job is to grow the economy and to keep full employment, keep inflation under control. Inflation's trending down.
Is it trending down? I thought it was ticking up a tiny bit.
It ticked up a little bit, but like overall, over a longer run, it's trending down. So he's winning the battle slowly but surely. With high interest rates, the economy's still growing and unemployment's not super high. So he doesn't have to cut. He's not forced to cut. So what I believe he's doing right now is he's going for legacy. Let's go for legacy. I want to be known as the guy that stuck the soft landing, that made it through, that fixed the problem we created. And he wants to be better known than Paul Volcker, Bernanke, Greenspan. He's trying to slot himself there in history as one of our greats.
I say thread the needle. It still could go either way, but there's things we know for sure that he says, and there's certain realities that are happening this year. He says he's data dependent. So if unemployment is fairly low, the economy seems to be doing well, and inflation is trending down, but it's not like dropping off of a cliff down.
No, it's kind of bouncing.
Yeah. He could absolutely hold rates and things should only get better. Like you said, probably drop one if he's data dependent. But if he drops 2 or 3 times this year, like he has announced, that was kind of the plan or the desire based off the data, right? And we know we're in this good place. Well, we just know because of inventory being so low, house prices are very well going to go up. It's already going up in this situation. So if you drop the prices or drop the rates, that means more people are going to be in the market because they can afford the houses. House prices will go up. It's just inevitable if we do that. So that's what I mean. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but from meeting to meeting, it's a lot more clear because the trends are going in a certain direction. And the last thing is, I'm not somebody that assumes they let politics influence what they're doing, but we know the presidential election is this year. So there could be some pressure. And so as that date gets closer, it's interesting because any dramatic moves could be looked at negatively.
Yeah, as them trying to influence it one way or another.
Potentially.
So the closer that gets, the less likely they are to make some type of move.
Or if that does happen, right?
Yeah.
And there's not the data to justify it, then we know he's playing politics or being pressured. And then
it would really make us look bad. A way to think about this is whenever they signal and finally cut rates, that's a signal to the market, the stock market, the real estate market, that rates are going lower. What's going to happen then is you're going to have asset inflation across multiple asset classes because you know cheap money is coming. So whenever they start, unfortunately, that train starts moving. If you go back through history, though, the Fed has only kept rates high for 15 months on average. So we're nearing the end of that cycle right now, of their just kind of natural cycle when they jack rates high. So that's kind of a natural cycle that's coming. Also, I made a comment on Michael Zuber, One Rental at a Time's video. He posted a great video, but he said, I think Jerome Powell should have been more hawkish. What are your thoughts? And I just replied in a quick comment was, I think he was playing for legacy at that moment. And I think he knows the data is a little worse than it is. And because most of the data as it comes out is so old, he also gets forward-looking data. It's the government. They're going to get better data that they don't always publish. And he knows, some problems are coming. So 1, let's signal everything's okay. 2, let's signal we're still going to cut, because then he gets the ability to not allow the market to just shoot one way or the other, but also to just kind of say it's okay and let the hand play out across longer. And as that hand plays out, it actually becomes easier for them to do things. See, the longer this hand plays out, the more powerful their interest rate tool becomes when they do cut. If they cut too early, it has less oomph and power behind it.
The one data that we know for sure that we have observed personally that's going to influence everything more than inflation, I believe, more than interest rates, inventory.
Supply.
We've been tracking it for now almost 2 years. I mean, me and you probably like 3 to 5 years because of some projects that we're working on.
Yeah.
It is still low.
Yep.
There isn't a lot of new construction coming into the market, so it's going to stay low.
Yes.
So that is almost like a foundation that won't move.
Yes.
So any adjustments that he makes or any data that comes in, it's kind of all based off of that. And that's what's fascinating about what I mean. It's the first time we kind of have clarity about what's going to happen this year, because we know houses just can't come back with a vengeance in terms of housing supply.